It's another it's another pleasant Thursday, another day for the Bumper Show here on ELBC Radio. Welcome to the show. My name is Isaac Red, and it's the Bumper Show, the show that makes you feel good and makes you feel happy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We will be digging deep across Liberia. We'll be talking to our correspondents in Grand Bassa, River G, and Magaby counties. As we talk to our correspondents, we'll also be having here in our studios Ben Apperton, a Liberian journalist based in Maryland County. Ben Apperton is considered a political analyst. He will be giving us analysis of political activities in Maryland County as well as Southeastern region. Please stay tuned to 99.9. Here the Bumper Show goes on, and we'll be right back. I know. All right, so like I said, we'll talk about the National Water Sanitation Hygiene Commission, Grand Bassa County, in collaboration with the Ministry of Public Works, with support from the SOS Children's Village or SOS Village Liberia, has ended a 3-day WASH community training for 30 participants from 9 communities in Bassa. Sikatpur Ines will tell us more about that. Then we go to River G. Citizens of River G County have alarm over the increase of cross-border farming activities by Burkina Bees business again in River G County never get finished from the southeastern region. When we hear about Burkina Bees, Grand River G, and other southeastern counties. Police in Fishtown City, River G County sent to court 7 perpetrators for allegedly vandalizing and setting ablaze the only police station in Gliapo, Kawiken. We hear from Prince Kaplan, and then finally, Elvis Gono will tell us about works by the Ministry of Gender, Social, and Children Protection. One-day engagement with citizens on the significance of female participation in the upcoming 2023 elections. It was held under the theme Women Let's Move. 6 female aspirants from the county participated. ELBC Radio, we're here until 5 o'clock. We'll try to get to our correspondent shortly. But while we try to get the correspondence on, let me also let you know that we are making frantic efforts to get our county stations restored. They have some technical breakdown. Hope we can get them back on before Friday or Saturday latest. Work is in progress to get the substations on the air. ELBC Radio, and if you're in the county listening whether by social media, please communicate with us. Tell us exactly where you are watching us from. We need to know, and also what is happening that enhances the peace. You know, we like good news on this show. There's the good news version of the Bumper Show. So we like good news. You will call us here on 777 100 Let's talk about peace in Liberia. And if you have a county, you're in the county where your superintendent is not in the county, is not in Monrovia, or goes to the county for event, or when the president is going there, let us know too, so we can talk about these things and make sure that our superintendents from the 14 counties stay in the counties, so that we can work towards peace. If we mean well and mean everything good for the people of Liberia, we should stay with the people in the counties And now when President Weah is going back to your county, then you run back and pin your administrative halls or face the rules. You need to do some work in the absence of His Excellency the President and also ministers. So with the President, we should go back to the counties too. Now when the President is going to the counties before we, the ministers, or we, the officials, go to the counties. At 20 minutes after 4 o'clock, I'll be hosting Ben Apperton from Maryland County, a Liberian journalist on the southeastern region. He will give us some political analysis of developments in southeastern part of Liberia, specifically in Maryland County. I'm trying to make sure I get you set to some beautiful music while we talk to the correspondents. This is ELBC Radio, and we are here for peace. 99.9 and other stations who are relaying via the social media. We cannot get the county stations on because they are off for technical reason. They will be on hopefully this weekend. But never mind, ELBC Radio is here to serve you. ELBC Radio, and I said to you that we will have Ben Apperton in our studios. We thought to bring Ben 20 after 4 o'clock, but we can take Ben now on because we don't have the means of reaching to our correspondents. As soon as we get set to get to the correspondents, we will interrupt Ben a bit and talk to Elvis Gono, Ines Sikapo, as well as our man in Ruwaji County, Prince Copeland. So let me say a pleasant good afternoon. Welcome to LNTV Facebook Live. Welcome to ELBC 99.9. Ben?
Yes, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure, David Rare, to be on this radio, the state radio, and I'm pleased. I'm happy to be here. This is my first time appearing on this platform. I'm grateful.
I hope you feel at home as a journalist. I hope you feel at home.
Yeah, I feel at home. So I'm grateful to be on this
all right.
radio.
Let me get to hear from you. Give me a general idea. I don't know, when last were you in the southeast?
The last time in the southeast were somewhere in May or June, somewhere in June.
Oh, almost.
That's a couple of months now.
Couple of months. So when you last traveled the southeast, how was the road condition? Because that's the biggest problem with the southeast part of Liberia and connecting to the capital.
Yeah, I remember I had to use a motorcycle to leave from Plebo all the way Ganta. The road was actually bad, and you had trucks all stuck in the mud. You have vehicles, motorcycles.
What are you hearing since June?
Yeah,
Is it a little improved?
I just spoke to a friend, I think 2 weeks ago, and what he told me is that the road is a little bit good. People are moving freely on the road, and from one point to another, it's not that bad as compared to last year. And I understand public works are doing some work. The public works is doing some work, and they're doing some good work in Sano and that of. And so we just hope that the public work can do more, and that the government of Liberia can provide more funds to make sure that our people in the southeast, can be able to access
my understanding is that road has not been maintained for a very long time, and
A very long
except
time.
when President Silva is going or President Weah is going, then the machines are on the road. So because of a lack of maintenance, the road has gotten so bad.
Sure, sure. And one thing about when I'm moving along that road, what is happening is very ugly. You see people digging that road. You see some guys that the trucks are all stuck in the mud. They will have to take the shovels, the diggers. So when you travel on the road, you see big holes all on the road. And this is something that also causes
So
a serious problem for
you are traveling on the road from Plibo to Ganta, but the other travelers are traveling from Grand Jide, other travelers are coming from River G, Grand Cru. What do they say? What are the talks? Are they throwing the responsibility on President Weah, or they know that it's an age-old road problem and the president is making some attempt to
yeah.
intervene?
Yeah, so what is happening is that the southeast, and when we speak to some of them, what they tell us that the president is from the southeast, the speaker is from the southeast, and the top government officials from the southeast, and their expectation is that the government will do some works on the road, even if it's not completed, but some works can be done to make sure our people in the southeast can be able to have good access to come to Moravia and other parts. But one thing they are also saying is that this is an old age problem. This president just came just in 5 years, and what he's doing is actually unprecedented. There are a lot of rules, construction around, but at the same time, they are also encouraging that this government under President Weah can be able to do some touches on the road, at least to make sure our people can have.
If you're not paving all the
if
roads,
it's
you
not
do
paving
regular,
all-
regular maintenance.
But at least regular maintenance that will be able when the rainy season comes, at least you can have some easily access that people can, be most especially our business people, the students, because
People
you got
who
a lot of
provide
students.
goods and services.
I feel for them that whenever I'm moving around.
I hope we had this interview on people in the southeastern are watching, but I hope we had it on the radio.
Sure.
But Ben, let me bring you to the roads, the interventions we know between Nima, then Nima to Granji there. So gradually, there will be, the places will get connected after these different road works are ongoing. But let me ask you about the general political climate. Though you say you left since June, maybe we take some calls from Maryland, people who are watching on social media. What the general political climate looks like? Why are people in the southeastern region almost 100% pro George Weah? Why?
The reason is, like you said, you have the president who is from the southeast. You have the speaker, the deputy speaker is from the southeast. So the political climate, on the general level, the political climate, the local politics, the national politics. I was watching a video on the president re-nomination program across Grand Judea. Was the atmosphere in Grand Judea, the gathering were actually encouraging, but some of our people are disappointed, and every government comes with their own programs and all of those things. And people get this, they will get disappointed. But in the fight is that
Why are they disappointed?
when this president came to power, that rare, some of the people will have high expectation. People thought that maybe in the 6th year, the southeastern road, the road leading from people were not calculating the expenses in doing the rules and other things. There are millions of dollars you need. People were actually some people had the hope that the president coming to power, you will get jobs all over. The president coming to power, you will have rules, you will have the road paved. That was some people's perception. That's what they thought of. So some of them are disappointed. Why you have some of them? Because actually, when you go to the southeast, you see the housing units. It's in Grand Judea. I understand in Grand Cru is completed. But when you go, the way you see development across the western part of Liberia, you go to Niba, you go to Bom, and all of those things. Our people on that side, not much is seen from the southeast. Not much is given to the southeast.
Is it because people are not showing it out, or people are not talking about it, or in actual sense, not much is done to the southeast?
Yeah, not much in terms of the kind of developments that are carried across the country. As far the people they are also concerned about that. But one thing they are hopeful is that development starts from a gradual stage to another. Subsequently,
So with all that you said, and we agree that not everybody will be
at the same
happy.
time,
Yeah,
at the same time.
but why is the southeastern region almost 100%, as 95, 96, 97%. Why when you pass, the volunteer to make their own church, we have music, they transporting themselves to program. Why are they overwhelmed with this with the church we have? Why what? Yeah, the roads are coming, but not 100% good. The infrastructure is not 100%, but equally so when you do a survey and talk to people from the southeastern region and they call on the shows here, everybody in the different counties, yes, President, we'll get a second term. Why is it so?
They are speaking from a kind of after doing some investigation. Uh, some of those people have traveled across Liberia. They have seen the kind of developments across the country. Every county you go to, at least you will see something. Uh, you will see something from this government. You will see some developments and all coming from this government. So what our people are business now, not just that Maryland or Grand Coup, not much is given to God, but when you go across the 15 county, you will see the footprints. And some of our people are concerned. Some of the young people, they are also concerned. They are also concerned. Right now, at the Tubman University, if you go to the Tubman University, you find there are a lot of young people at Tubman University. There are a lot of young people there who are just going to, the president provided the free tuition, that stuff. It's benefiting a lot of young people. People leave from Grand Coup, people leave from different parts, even from nearby other places, the free tuition. There are a lot of good things. Just recently I was watching a program, that was something that when I was in the county I was pushing for. When the guys came, there was some 2.5 million investment, 2.5 million approximately investment in Harper on the port now. So that port is going to open. There's a young man who's from Grand Coup. His name is Lenion Yantu. When I was in the county, I interviewed him, and that project has come to reality. It was dedicated, I think, it was dedicated on the 30. That's
Yeah,
going to provide employment for a lot of people in the county. It's going to provide some employment. At least approximately maybe 300, 500 persons. It's going to provide employment.
So after the
storage
dedication,
tank.
is it operational?
It's going to be very effective very soon. I spoke to the CEO
All
not
right.
too long. It's
I
going to
will,
be
I will
effective.
come out to you. I will
Okay.
come out to you. Let me go to Grand Bassa County right now. Grand Bassa County contributor Singapore Ines. Good afternoon, Singapore.
Well, good afternoon, and let me say good afternoon to the people from County in Liberia at large.
All right, good to have you on the Bomber Show. We are understanding that the WASH people have been holding some meetings, a 3-day WASH committee training. You want to tell us more about that?
Well, that's it. Today, the club has a 3-day training for over 30 community dwellers here in Grambassa County. And according to the WASH coordinator of Grambassa County, Mr. Josh Otto, who spoke with our ELPC correspondent here in the county, according to him, they have observed that majority of the community dwellers, the issue of our safe drinking water is very important. So, so much for Uncle now to help educate them how to maintain and how to take care of their drinking water in their community.
And how much are they going to do in the community? You said 30 communities?
Yeah, they from my communities here, about 30% from the communities here in Grambassa County.
All right, so they go home with the training and then work in 30 communities. How many persons you said participated?
Well, 30% in total that they train, and also mentioned that they will be monitoring them. They will be monitoring.
Oh, 30 persons from 9 communities.
Yeah. For the 9 communities.
How much would that help to improve sanitation and water service in the county?
Well, according to him, this is just the first phase of the training. They are going to do this. They'll go back in our communities that they can also use the video to help educate other communities as well as to take good care of their wells and even informs in the community. And according to him, they'll always be working now with them and will monitor them to see how well they can also look at the issue of safe drinking water, look at the informs and even wells within the smaller communities in the county.
All right, Singapore Ines, thank you so much. All the best from Grand Bassa County. We didn't talk to you about Grand Bassa going blue, but however, we'll get some other reports from your subsequent broadcast on CDC program on Saturday.
Thank you so much for the offer.
All right, Singapore Ines, Grand Bassa County contributor. We hope we can get Grand Bassa station on this weekend, so that the people of Grand Bassa can get everything that we're doing here for Monrovia. ELBC, the Bumper Show, Thursday. And let me now try to go to, before I go back to our studio guests from the southeastern region, let me go to my man there in Fishtown. That's Prince Copeland. Prince will be telling us about the police and people who vandalized the police station in Bebo Kawiken. Copeland is our correspondent in River G County. ELBC 99.9. Hope we can get the substations on soon. But before we go back to Ben Aberton, who is giving us some political analysis on the southeastern region, let me try to connect with Prince Copeland. After Prince, we'll talk to Elvis Guno. Prince is not answering his phone, so let me just go back to you, Ben. And education, as well as the health facility, but let's do education first. After the revitalization of the Tubman College, is there a slowdown on people migrating from Maryland or southeastern region to Monrovia for education? Is the TC?
Yeah, there's a bit. There is a significant increasement, like I said. But you know, what is also you see NIMBA now. I understand NIMBA also has a university, and LOFI is also. I think they already granted the status of a university. So students coming from Monrovia and other parts of the Western Liberia is going to reduce. But from the southeast, you find a massive turnout. I mean, people from Sano, people from Grand Crew, they are all moving to the Tubman University, and they are doing a very great job there. Very great job. I think the population is now moving up.
Is there the people coming now from the southeast to Monrovia?
Yeah,
are you seeing people now leaving Monrovia to go to Tubman University?
Yeah, they are taking advantage. That's right. They are taking advantage. And what I'm also understanding that I understand that there is a graduate program now. I understand there were some exams that were given, and very soon there will be a graduate and a program at the university. So there's a very it's good.
Massive movement of people to the county.
To the county, yeah.
All right. And then in the southeastern region, two people leaving Grand Crew.
Yeah, and coming to Maryland, it's good. Yeah, that's what happening. And now let's hope that the government of Liberia can, because they have been crying for budgetary support in terms of increasing their budget so that they will be able to meet up with the graduate program. And I hope and also for the undergraduate and other stuff.
So, are there many vocational schools in Maryland and other southeastern region?
Yeah, in Maryland there isn't. No, in Maryland, that is one of the
no vocational school.
No vocational school, I'm telling you, in Maryland. And that was something when we were in Maryland. We're all calling our lawmakers of the county to see reasons. At least you have one vocational school in that place. Everybody coming from high school is moving to the university. People who drop out of high school, they cannot go to vocational school.
No
So what they
school.
do is that the guys go and start riding motorcycle and start. That's what happening.
Wow.
Let's hope that, I understand there's a project there from UN, one of the UN, I know you know, in partnership with Ministry of Education, where that play will be transferred to, I think, Kipama High School, will be on Kipama High School. That students who in the 10th grade, they will be able to do, and they'll be doing some courses regarding to some
Trade school.
trade school and all those things. But there isn't in the whole Maryland. You don't have a vocational school, and I think our leaders from the county, they need to see reason to see, because a lot of young people we speak with, what they tell us that we need a vocational school. You can't only have the Tubman University run, everybody coming from the university. Even you go to the university, you need some skills. Because in this life, you must have a fallback in everything you do.
You build your capacity, both academic and
So that is something
terrestrial.
that's very disappointing.
ELBC Radio, we're trying to get to Prince Copeland, and not possible to get to Elvis Gunner. We hope we can get Prince on, so we talk to him about the situation there in River G County, where we're told that Burkinabes have increased farming activities in River G County, and also the police taking to court several persons who vandalized the police station in Bebo, Kawiaken. 99.9, this is the Bumper Show at 5 o'clock. We have to give way to legislative producers, Robert Hintz and Ruga Yiga. They will be here on the show this afternoon. Meanwhile, we will open the lines for you to call 0777-100-999 to talk about good news. My understanding is that work is progressing on the hydro station in Lofa County. Poles have been planted in Vonjaman City and other villages or other towns like Foya and Kolahon to get electricity to that part of the country. Meanwhile, the roads are ongoing. Construction of the road they have hit Beanstown, that's the little town after the bridge that connects Bon and Lofa counties. Good news. We hope you can all wait to get good news. I like good news here on the show. So let me go to health. I know one of the biggest medical facilities in Southeast is the
J.J. Dawson.
J.J. Dawson Hospital. Yeah. So is it still functional? Do we have support from the government and international health partners?
Yeah, the government is doing well. The government is doing some good work there. But the American NGO, the partners in health, they are doing very good job at that place there, J.J. Dawson. People live from as far as Aracos, go to J.J. Dawson. People live from neighboring southeastern counties, they move to J.J. Dawson. So Partners in Health is doing a very good job there. I'd like to appreciate them. And they are really taking that hospital to the. They are doing good job at that place there. People, you go there, people get medication, drugs are available, medical doctors, for specializing different sectors, they are all there at the hospital. So they are doing well. But what is happening is the clinics around it, they are challenged. The last time I visited some of the clinics around Maryland, some of them will complain about drugs, the volunteerism, those nurses, some of them are graduates of Tubman University, and they are finding it difficult and getting on the government's payroll. So all of those things, so the health sector, there is still challenge. There is a need that governments give attention to that increase the budget and see where other areas they can be able to tackle. But to be frank, Partners in Health, they are doing a very good job. They are doing a very good job. They are really making the health sector there to be.
All right, this is ELBC Radio 99.9. We are getting reports that the website of the Ministry of Lands and Mines, or the Ministry of Mines and Energy, has been hacked by cyber criminals. We're trying to get to the public relations man at the Ministry of Mines and Energy to tell us what danger they poses to the mining sector, as their website or their webpage is currently hacked by cyber criminals. So Richard Monima will shortly give us some information on this. This is the Bumper Show here on ELBC Radio. Let me see, I can connect with Richie Moaba. Richie is the public relations manager at the Lands. No, I keep saying Lands when they've changed it a long time. It's not the Ministry of Lands anymore. It's Prince, I've been trying to call you. I don't know why you're not answering.
Well, your call is coming as message to me.
Oh, the call is coming as a message to you. Poor network then. Reggie still got network problem?
Of course.
We hope the LTA people and the government, all the partners can work on the network issue. It's not only unique to Maryland, it's all over the country. You're calling people and they say the phone is off when the phone is on. That's a serious problem with our telecommunications sector. But we hope the government of Liberia through the LTA and other relevant authorities will address this. Prince, people have been sent to court in Fishtown on allegation of vandalizing the police station in Bebo Kawike.
Well, it is true that 2019 perpetrators
Alleged.
alleged suspects were sent to court in Town after they were arrested on the 6th of February 2023. The action came as a result when a 4-year-old boy who is identified as Romeo Freeman Romeo Freeman died on the 25th of January 2023 in Bebo Kawike. So Stephen Cottos was alleged of killing the little Romeo. So based upon that, a few community dwellers were able to come into the police station. So while the police officers were carrying a preliminary investigation, angry crowd thrown at the police station and said they were needed.
What with all of the education and the awareness from the NGOs and government on mob violence and mob action and taking gender justice or taking the law into their hands, why are people still breaking down or breaking down police facilities?
Well, this is the issue that everyone in River G County kept asking them. So they went at the police station and then they said they were needed the body of Stephen Cotto to be thrown out so that he can be killed. Because he had been alleged of killing the 4-year-old boy. They needed to be time.
I'm afraid we're losing you, Prince Copeland. I'll soon go to Richard Mobile. We're losing you, bad network, poor network from River G again, affecting our broadcast here. Are you there, Prince?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Yeah, so is it how many of them taken to the court?
So 19 persons, including women, children, and men, were taken to the Fishtown Magistrate Court and upward to the Fishtown Central Prison Compound, where majority of them actually been charged with multiple charges, criminal attempt to commit murder, and a simple assault, and also some of them were charged for aggravated assault on the border of Stephen Cotto in Fishtown, River G County. So they are currently now being remanded at the Fishtown Central Prison Compound.
All right, Prince. Let's continue to hear from you as you fill us in with details on these alleged perpetrators of vandalizing the police station. Thanks, Prince.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, and efforts have been made to restore your transmission. We get the ERBC back onto you hopefully this weekend. So we apologize.
Okay. That will actually be something good for the people of River G County.
Yeah, Prince Copeland, thank you so much from the River G County. We go on the line right now to Richie Borba. We've been trying to get Richie. Our understanding is that your webpage has been hacked by cyber criminals, Richard Morba. How much has that affected the mining information service and reaching out to your clients?
Well, thanks for the opportunity, and let me also congratulate my family, LBS. LBS will always be a part of me. That's my home. That's where I came from. So, fast forward, just yesterday evening, we got hit by this cyber attack. As I speak to you, the fake website released Ministry of Energy and Mines, Liberia. Instead of Ministry of Mines and Energy. So the guys are saying that the Ministry of Mines and Energy is run.
Hello. Go ahead. Put it to the mic. Put that to the mic. Go ahead. Go ahead, Richard. All right. It seems like we lost Richard. I don't know. We're trying to get him a little clearer, but then we lost Richard. I don't know, but we try to reconnect with Richard Morba on the line. Richard will tell us more about their website. He was giving details about what happened to their website on the Bumper Show here. We're trying to reconnect with Richie and hope Richie can get us to answer his phone. The network problem. Okay, go ahead, Richie. Go ahead. Go ahead, Richie.
Okay, thanks, Isaac. So, in a nutshell, just before you may want to ask me about other programmatic activities at the Ministry of Mines and Energy, so we are informing the public as a government not to do business with this group. We don't know their name, but they only went on hanging a fake website that is purporting
Go ahead.
to be from the government of Liberia, specifically the Ministry of Mines and Energy. And they are informing the public that we are implementing a solar PV system to help people identify and implement community-led adaptation interventions to improve their resilience to climate impacts. So they are informing people, luring them into applying to a website, HTTP, you have double/ROB.GY and another /YOP.
So your website right now is not legal for transaction. Nobody should do business with the folks who.
Yes, we don't want anybody in the Republic of Liberia to apply to this fake project, this energy project, because my minister is away and he spoke with the LEC boss, Honorable Monica Turn, and if I show you what we've been able to see so far from the minister's angle, the LEC boss is saying that he knows nothing about such a project.
So how come your web page was so vulnerable, is being hacked, and you cannot disable it or you cannot crush it, and now people are using it for criminal solicitation?
No, we have already done our part. Our IT system has already worked. You know, I don't want you to use the word vulnerable. Okay, as sophisticated as America is, September 11th took place, right in their country. So no matter how strong you build the network system, once it's e-based, you will always have cyber criminals. You will always have scammers. Ours as a government is to break it and to inform our Liberian citizens. Nobody should be fooled by these guys who are saying that you receive a solar panel that has the capacity of 2,000 watts, and you also receive freezers, you also receive ice makers, and all of that.
All right, so let's talk about this more on our subsequent broadcast, Richard, because it's detrimental to your ministry and it could cause a lot of harm to the country by extension. So let's talk about this more in our broadcast subsequently.
Yeah, okay. I want to appreciate you for the opportunity. I also want to inform the Liberian people that we will be able to both in fighting illegal and illicit mining across the country, and also as the sector ministry, we also remain vigorous in ensuring that LEC is backed up by our supervision to be able to eradicate all forms of power theft. And we are very grateful to Honorable Monica Turner and also Madam Mary Brown, who is the co-head on the anti-power theft task force.
All right,
so
Richard.
is grateful to ERPC for this opportunity, and we hope that we can always continue to partner in such a manner.
You're also always welcome. So we'll talk more next week on your activities in the energy sector. Thank you, Richard Moba. All right, so the lines are open. You heard Ben Aberton earlier on about the Southeastern region, on politics, on the roads, on the school, on the movement of people from one county to the other to the Tubman University, and also from Monrovia to the Tubman University. Decentralization of education is helping to keep people away from coming to Monrovia for school, because the college there is competent. He mentioned that there's no vocational education ongoing in Maryland. We'll talk to the vocational education people of the Ministry of Youth and Sports about that. But the lines are open for you. I'd like to hear good news. If you're listening to us any part of Monrovia or nearby counties, you would like to hear from you what the good news is, and or you want to say something about what Ben Aberton was earlier on talking about. Our first caller is here. A good afternoon. Seem like we lost that caller. We will encourage you to call us on 0777. Oh, we got one person on. Hello? I don't know why we keep losing the caller. I don't know why we keep losing the caller here. This is a new line? Oh, maybe. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, how you doing?
Fine.
Yeah, you know, you see, I'm the right. This is, that's the way you can see them.
You're calling us from where?
I call you from downtown Monrovia, son of Maryland, calling in Monrovia. But
So-
the good news for the people of Maryland, especially half of this is, through the honorable representative man jury, he has just constructed a new elementary school in the Tobias Township for the children in the public school, and also soon to be finished the children playground. The Lord went there, merry-go-round, so the children can ball, the sea, the beaches, the water, and what are the streets. So for jury as well as my students, very soon, the children half of this, the Maryland County will be having the morning playground downtown Central Harbour. That's the good news I want to share with you.
Downtown Central Harbour, is that the original old merry-go-round or the new one? The one by the museum?
The old place, I like one thing, I like this.
The one by the museum?
Yeah, by the museum there. Yeah,
Oh, okay. That's good news. You're going to send the pictures for us to see.
Yeah. Very soon, yes. The factory has calmed down, and very soon the engineer is going to install those here.
Good news. Good news for the children of Harper. I was coming up in Harper. I need to leave from Hen Street to walk every Sunday to go to the playground. So good news for the people of Harper. The playground is coming back. You said Honorable P. Mac Jure doing that?
Yeah, Honorable P. Mac Jure, the developmental representative of people Harper District, yeah.
All right. All right. Good news for the people, the kids of. Hello? Yeah, you're calling ELBC Radio from where?
Thank you so much. My name is Michael Monday Jabo. I'm calling you from Maryland County.
Oh, good to have you from Maryland. You listening to the Voice of Plebo or Voice of Hope?
I'm listening to the Voice of Hope.
All right, good news. What's the good news for me from Maryland?
There is good news from Maryland. The news that just from Maryland is for the entire southeastern region. And the problem we used to face in the southeastern region of Liberia, it has to do with the importation of Jackson Lake from Monrovia, sometimes Abidjan. For His Excellency George Mayer Wiadu's administration, when he went to the country tour, and he told the people of Maryland County that he was going to see it, make sure that Maryland County received petroleum from Europe to the port of Harper. I'm telling you now, the tenders have been built, more than now tenders, the tenders have been built, and now people are coming from all parts of the southeast to come to Maryland, get their fuel, and carry to the county. So the price of fuel now is very cheap in Maryland County. That is a very, very brilliant news. If nothing is good, and I think then if no news is good, and that is a brilliant news that people of Maryland enjoy under the regime, that the price of fuel and the issue of petroleum will not be an issue no more in the southeastern region.
Good news. Good news. And our correspondent told us about the dedication, and Ben Aberton just talked about it on the 30th of January. But tell me, has it materialized into the gas and fuel oil coming on the ground now?
No, the dedication, I think 2 ships are expected to arrive on the port, so the momentum is there. But to see the tankers being built, and Loom tell you that the mill of Ghana, I think about $6 million worth of material, $6 million of the project. And to see that kind of project on Harbour Port, and let you know that yes, Maryland County indeed is the bread basket of the southeastern region. Because Maryland County have a border with Africa, and the road from Harbour to the border is clear, and the road from Tabuko to Harbour is clear, and everyone is now about to build a bridge on the Kampala River. So it connects Maryland with Africa, it connects the southeast. People from River G County, when they want to get goods, they come to Maryland, cross go to Africa, get their goods. That is why the LRA report tells you that Maryland County is one of the highest in the taxpayers, according to the report of the LRA.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Good news.
In the county, and because the county is trying to be the bread basket of the southeast region, and be the best place in Liberia to ever lay a good tourist job.
Wow. Thank you for the good news about the petroleum tanker being built in. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, ELBC, our second caller from Harper. We're looking for more persons to call us on the show. And Ben, he was just talking about the petroleum tankers. And so, of course, Grand Jide, River G, as well as Grand Crew and
Even
Sino.
Sano County.
Sino will now run to Harper. That will boom the economy of Maryland.
And that's why I said it's one of the biggest. It's one of the biggest, development under this administration, under the president we have. Because when I spoke to the guy, I had the opportunity to interview. He's a very young guy. He's from Grand Crew, the CEO of the Esper Oil Company, Liberia. The guy is from Grand Crew. He's a young guy. And what he told me, he said, it was under the government, under President we had that I had the opportunity. I had a dream more than 6-7 years ago. But this president said, I will give you the light. Even his documents and other things, the president was very instrumental in getting it to be done. So for me, I was very, very happy to see that come to reality. Because when the guys came, I was asking them, I said, but there are a lot of guys been coming. So I will see this happening before.
I believe it. I like
so when
that.
that took place,
You're a little skeptical.
so it's because gasoline sometimes, you know how much for the gallon? Sometimes it go for 1,800. Our people buy that. Some for
Almost
1,005.
almost
And it's-
$13.
Yeah, seriously. And when that is happening, it creates serious problem for our people in the Southeast. So it will boost the economy. It will create jobs. And it will be able to serve that people will not have that burden taking. The last time, I think more than 200 gallons or 100 plus gallons, there was a guy who was bringing fuel and gasoline somewhere in 2014-15. The guy things left in the sea. It wrecked.
Yeah, there was a
And
capsule
there was a serious problem. So our people take the risk, go under the sea, use the
on the
rooms and all of
barrels.
this thing. So with that development there, to be from that area is a big boost to the county, seriously.
All right,
And
so
entire
the
Southeast,
lines
yeah.
the lines are still open. Let's hear from you where you are listening from. Good news, and from Maryland, the Children Playground is reconstructed or is about to be reconstructed in Central Harper, and the petroleum tanker, $6 million investment by Liberian from Grand Crew County. The tankers are already built, dedicated, and they're waiting for petroleum products so that the products can get accessible to our people. ELBC Radio, we have another caller on the line. Hello? Yeah, you're on the radio. You're live. Oh, we have a call coming in. I don't know what he was trying to call on the show. This is the Bumper Show. You were at the Seal FM? Which radio station?
Seal.
Why do people call that radio the Southeastern? What's the radio name?
Southeastern Liberian radio station there.
Southeastern Liberian radio station, and you were there managing. But you're not based in Harper again, though.
Yeah, no, I'm away in Nigeria trying to further some studies and all of these things. You know, at a certain point, you have to grow. You have to move from one stage to another. So
Build your capacity.
we're trying to build our capacity to prepare for the future. So that's what we're trying to
Will you register to vote here, or you go back to Nigeria and forget about the elections?
No, I'm going to play a very. I'm going to be involved in election activities, and when I say voice, I'm not going to be campaigning and this and that, but we will be there to, in terms of, preaching messages of peace and all of the encouraging our people.
How many persons are you aware of now who wants to be representative of District 1? Harper District is District 1, right?
District 1 is District 1 is happening.
So how many-
the
how
current
many-
representative on P. Madrid, not district, to be frank. We are in more than 7 persons now. The port manager who's on William W. Wallace is also aspiring to be representative of that district. So the district on the county level, seriously, it's going to be serious for me.
But you won't look at William Wallace.
Yeah,
There's
there are a lot
another-
of guys
There's
who
another
are-
lady,
Uh,
the city mayor.
yeah,
It's
the
just-
city mayor Ellen Pleasant House.
Is she still running?
I think she's still running.
But Nangwe Tia.
Tia Nangwe is on the senatorial.
Oh, he's running to be in the Senate. Let me hear from you. Hello? Let me hear from you. Hello?
Mr. Rand, this is Michael Jabber once more. You told us that people should call and give good news and not to make political statements. And so we don't grow up in Maryland County in Harper, and we know the place that our paper wouldn't be as more. So why should somebody say that good news, but they just get pieces of iron from here will go and carry it and go back and plenty got a good news from Maryland County? That's an insult to the poor of Maryland County.
No, Jabo.
Yeah.
If President Tubman built a playground, we all know that, and if the playground was dilapidated or abandoned, and anybody tried to bring happiness to the children, Sunday that everybody gathers in front of the Methodist Church, no, hello. Oh, but a good news, at least something. The material, Jabo, the material has to start from Monrovia, bossman. Even if the material is still in the ship from Europe.
We promises that will get news from them, good news. That will be very reconcile us.
All right. All right. Jebo. To the men are good news. If you think not good news, then that's a different thing. But I want good news from you. Where the good news from you? All right. Okay. All right. Let agree with the man. Agree with you too. So we agree with everybody. Welcome to your. Thank you, man. Thank you, Jebo. Somebody's food, somebody's poison.
Just a minute.
Somebody's food, somebody's poison. Okay, go ahead, man.
I want to respond to that. I think the guy Ike Siton is a regular caller and somebody who follow, and he called and talked about the district representative P. Majure. Yeah, P. Majure is trying. He's doing some good work in the county. Building schools. I understand he completed the building of a town hall for the young youth center for the young people of Hoffman Station. But the way our lawmakers go about doing projects in the county, I have a dissenting opinion on some of those things they are doing in the county. Every lawmaker decide that they will go on the side. The last time, more than a decade now, you got lawmaker building schools and then the place is abandoned. Sometimes the people...
You gotta say that again.
Yeah.
The building school and nobody enters?
And nobody goes there. Sometimes the building...
Give me a practical example of one of that. Where?
When you go to the Kavala belt, you go to Plebo.
That's Isaac Roland.
Yeah, you go there.
No, you said Plebo and Kavala, two different places.
Yeah, there's so many. Even right in Harper.
So,
Right in Harper
Representative
District.
Isaac Roland built a school and nobody in the school?
The place is abandoned.
In the Kavala? Which part of the Kavala
No, I'm
belt?
not making specific reference to.
No.
Yeah.
Let's. We
But
gotta
what
be
I'm trying to
specific.
do, there was a school built somewhere alone, by the former Senator Nadamo, right? I understand that place is yet somewhere along the 1212 area. That place was based a very decent school, but the environment of that place, a lot of the students around there, they don't go to that place.
Why?
They don't go there. I don't know. Some of the people we talk to say that some of them, they decide to go on the farm. To go on the farm and go to the villages.
Or
They don't. They
he
go
thought
there.
Senator Mariah
Yeah, he thought that place was
suitable for school, but
and
then
that's
they-
what happened to some of. So there were recommendations made by some of our people. Why are the existing schools that have been challenged? When you go to Harper District, look at the Harper Demonstration Elementary School. The place is very, very deplorable. Go to other buildings.
Why? What do you mean by
When you go there, you feel you see the building inside, and I repeat that. You go
Demonstration-
there.
demonstration?
I'm telling you, there are some. I live in that.
What about
place.
the Hillary? What's the school?
You go to the Cyril Elizabeth
Ida
Gibson
Wilson?
in Jacksonville. The Cyril Elizabeth is challenged.
What about the afternoon school by the hospital?
Yeah.
Is that Wilson?
Yeah, that was in. It's not afternoon school. They have GT Brewer.
Is it
now.
up to what it changed?
Yeah, they
is
have
it
GT Brewer. There's a choice.
is it up to standard? Is it
Not up to standard to that standard.
So your argument is that
So
we shouldn't
my
build new
argument is
schools.
that they are assisting. There are schools there in the places. When you want to do projects, it's good to do new projects. Every lawmaker in that place want to show their own glory. People want to show their own. They're tangible. That I did this, I did that. But I'm talking about
For election purpose.
yeah, for election purpose, and that's how things have been running. Some people just go there and say, "I will get a school here."
Who is challenging Honorable Isaac Roland in the Gary or the Kalavala belt?
Isaac Roland is I understand one build tour from Barabo is challenging him, and he has some sons and daughters from Callaway. In Plebo, Dr. Chimos, the guy Anthony Williams is also
It will
contesting.
be Anthony Williams second time.
Yeah, he's contesting along with other guys.
All right.
But
But Ben, we hope to have you here
Yeah.
much often so we talk about politics
No,
in
no,
Maryland.
yeah.
Thank you for the time you took to be on the radio.
Yeah, let me appreciate you. Thank you, Director Ray, for the opportunity, the time. I appreciate you. This is I think it was in 2015, 2016 when I came here. And this is so I like to appreciate you. Thanks to the management of AirBeers for the kind of work you people doing. This is a modern studio. I'd like to appreciate all of you. And
Ben
thank you.
Abberton, former
Thank you for the
manager,
time. Thank you.
former
I appreciate
manager of Southeastern Radio on the Bumper Show. Thanks for watching. Thanks for calling. Thanks for your time. The Bumper Show goes to bed this weekend. It comes back here on Monday with Jella Griffith.